Hey there, fellow book lovers. Welcome back to Midnight Murmurs, the channel where we explore the depths of the literary world under the veil of darkness. Today, we're diving into the thrilling world of Arcanum Academy, a magical series that will have you on the edge of your seat. In this series, we follow Isla, a new student at Arcanum Academy who faces challenges and doubts from other students about her abilities. But, with hard work and determination, she proves herself and forms close friendships with Lily, Max, Arya, and Oliver. Together, they explore a hidden forest and uncover a dark secret in an old abandoned castle outside of the academy. In this 12th chapter of the first book, our heroes have just overcome a dangerous force that has been dormant for centuries. But they know that the threat to the magical world is not over yet. Isla and her friends must prepare for the upcoming danger that they feel is approaching. As they reflect on their identities as witches and wizards and the growth they have experienced, they also discover the importance of friendship and teamwork. Will they be able to stop the dark wizards and save the magical world once again? So, if you're a fan of magic, friendship, and adventure, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us as we uncover the mysteries of Arcanum Academy in this 7-book series. Stay tuned for more Midnight Murmurs. Book 1, The Secret of the Enchanted Forest. Chapter 12, Epilogue. As she sat outside on a bench, watching the sun set over the castle's spires, her mind wandered back over the events of the past year. She had faced countless challenges, battled dark wizards, and discovered an ancient and dangerous force that threatened the entire magical world. Yet through it all, she had formed close friendships with Lily, Max, Arya, and Oliver, and together they had overcome every obstacle that came their way. But as the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars began to twinkle in the sky, Isla knew that her journey was far from over. She could sense that danger was looming on the horizon, waiting to strike at any moment. She knew that she and her friends had to be prepared, for they were the protectors of the magical world, and it was up to them to defend it against any and all threats. With a deep breath, Isla stood up and made her way back to the dormitory. As she walked, she thought about everything she had learned during her time at Arcanum Academy, about the power of magic and the strength of friendship. She knew that she had grown and changed in so many ways, and she was excited to see what the future held. As she entered the dormitory, she found her friends gathered around a table, poring over a map of the magical world. They looked up as she entered, and Lily smiled warmly at her. "Hey, Isla," she said. "We were just going over some ideas for our next adventure. You want to take a look?" Isla nodded eagerly, and together they discussed plans to explore hidden magical realms, uncover ancient artifacts, and discover new spells and potions. They knew that the road ahead would be difficult, but they were ready for anything. And so, with a sense of determination and excitement in their hearts, Isla and her friends prepared for their next adventure, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. For they knew that, no matter what, they had each other, and together, they could overcome anything. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Isla and her friends settled into their routine at Arcanum Academy. They had already faced incredible challenges together and come out victorious, but they knew that their work as protectors of the magical world was far from over. Isla took on a new sense of responsibility as a witch, realizing that she had the power to make a real difference in the world. she began to embrace her role as a protector of the magical world, feeling more confident in her abilities and eager to continue learning and growing. Max, ever the strategist, focused on honing his skills in combat and defense magic. He spent countless hours studying ancient texts and perfecting his spellcasting, determined to be ready for any threat that came their way. Lily, with her natural talent for healing magic, became more involved in helping injured creatures and developing new healing spells. She found great joy in using her magic to make a positive difference in the world. Arya, who had always been drawn to divination and predicting the future, began to focus more on using her skills to anticipate and prepare for potential threats to the magical world. She worked tirelessly to stay ahead of any dark magic that might be brewing. Oliver, the group's resident tech wizard, continued to tinker with his magical gadgets and devices, developing new and innovative ways to use technology to enhance their magical abilities. Together, the group embraced their roles as protectors of the magical world, each bringing their own unique strengths and talents to the table. They worked closely with the faculty at Arcanum Academy, sharing their experiences and knowledge and learning from their mentors. As they went on more adventures and faced new challenges, Isla and her friends grew even closer, relying on each other more than ever. They knew that they were stronger together than they could ever be alone. And so, as they looked towards the future, Isla and her friends felt a sense of purpose and determination. They were ready to take on whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that they had each other and the power of magic on their side. Isla and her friends had just returned from their latest adventure, a mission to prevent an ancient magical force from being unleashed upon the world. The victory was hard-won, and the group was tired but elated. As they settled back into their routine at Arcanum Academy, Isla couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. She knew that danger still lurked in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to strike. It was a feeling that Isla couldn't shake, and it only grew stronger as the days passed. She tried to focus on her studies, but her mind kept drifting back to the ancient texts they had found, and the dark wizards who were seeking to unleash the dangerous force it described. Isla couldn't keep her worries to herself any longer. One evening, as she sat with her friends in the common room, she brought up her concerns. "Guys, do you ever feel like something is coming? Like there's a storm on the horizon?" Isla asked, her voice low and serious. Lily, Max, Arya, and Oliver exchanged glances, and Isla could see that they were all feeling the same sense of unease that she was. "I know what you mean," Arya said, her eyes dark with worry. "We stopped the dark wizards from unleashing that force, but what if there are more out there?" "We can't live in fear," Max said, trying to inject some optimism into the conversation. "We have to stay focused on our studies and keep preparing ourselves for whatever may come." Lily nodded in agreement. "And we have each other. We've faced some pretty tough challenges together, and we've always come out on top." Isla took a deep breath, feeling a sense of comfort in her friend's words. "You're right. We can't let fear control us. But we also can't be complacent. We need to be vigilant, always watching for signs of danger." The group fell into a comfortable silence, each lost in their own thoughts. Isla felt a sense of gratitude for her friends, who had become like family to her since she had arrived at Arcanum Academy. They had faced so much together, and she knew that they would be there for each other no matter what. As the night wore on, Isla felt her worries begin to fade. She knew that there were challenges ahead, but she also knew that she had the best possible companions by her side. The calm before the storm was a time of preparation, a time to steel oneself for the trials to come. Isla and her friends took that time to train harder, to study more intensely, and to strengthen the bonds of their friendship. They knew that they would need each other more than ever in the days ahead. And when the storm finally did come, Isla and her friends were ready. They stood together, their magic intertwined, facing down the darkness with courage and determination. And once again, they emerged victorious, their bonds of friendship stronger than ever before. As Isla and her friends made their way through the forest, they knew that this battle would be their greatest challenge yet. The fate of the magical world rested on their shoulders, and they were ready to fight until the bitter end. The group moved silently through the trees, their wands at the ready. They had been tracking the dark wizards for weeks, and they had finally found them in a clearing deep in the heart of the forest. As they approached, they could see the dark wizards gathered around a large crystal, muttering incantations and preparing to unleash the dangerous force they had uncovered. Isla and her friends stepped into the clearing, their wands raised, and a fierce battle erupted. Spells flew through the air, lighting up the night sky with bursts of brilliant color. The dark wizards were powerful and skilled, but Isla and her friends fought with everything they had. Max used his strength and agility to dodge spells and disarm his opponents, while Arya used her quick reflexes and cunning to outsmart her foes. Oliver's knowledge of ancient magical texts proved invaluable, as he used his spells to counter the dark wizard's incantations. Lily's powerful magic sent waves of energy pulsing through the clearing, knocking her opponents off their feet. Isla stood at the center of the battle, her wand held steady. She felt the weight of responsibility on her shoulders, knowing that the fate of the magical world rested on her ability to stop the dark wizards from unleashing the dangerous force. As the battle raged around her, Isla focused all of her energy on casting the most powerful spell she had ever attempted. With a burst of light and a deafening explosion, Isla's spell hit the crystal at the center of the clearing, shattering it into a million pieces. The dark wizards were thrown off their feet, their spells disrupted, and the dangerous force was released harmlessly into the air. The battle was over, and Isla and her friends had emerged victorious. They stood panting and covered in sweat, their wands still raised, surveying the damage around them. The dark wizards were defeated, and the magical world was safe once again. Isla and her friends returned to Arcanum Academy as heroes, their victory celebrated by students and professors alike. They knew that there would always be new challenges to face and dangers to overcome, but they were ready. They had proven themselves to be strong and capable protectors of the magical world, and they were ready to face whatever the future held. As the final chapter of Isla's story, the epilogue brings closure to her journey at Arcanum Academy while also setting the stage for what's to come. Isla reflects on the many challenges she has faced and the growth she has experienced since arriving at the school. She thinks about the friendships she has made, the battles she has fought, and the magic she has learned to wield. As she wanders the halls of Arcanum Academy, she thinks back to the moment when she first arrived. She had been nervous and unsure of herself, facing skepticism and doubt from her fellow students. but through hard work and determination, she had proven herself and formed close bonds with her friends. Now, as she looks ahead, she knows that there will be new challenges to face and new battles to fight. But she also knows that she has the strength and support of her friends behind her, and that together they can overcome anything. Isla and her friends spend their days preparing for their next adventure, honing their magical skills and exploring the hidden corners of the magical world. They know that danger is never far away, but they are ready to face it head-on. And so the story of Isla and her friends comes to a close, but their journey is far from over. They have become protectors of the magical world, sworn to defend it from any and all threats. And with their friendship and teamwork, they know that they can accomplish anything. The epilogue serves as a reminder that the journey is never truly over, that there is always more to explore, more to learn, and more to protect. Isla and her friends stand ready to face whatever comes their way, ready to be the heroes that the magical world needs. Thank you for joining me on this magical adventure through the first book of our 7-book series. We hope you enjoyed following Isla and her friends as they navigated the challenges and dangers of the magical world. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our channel, Midnight Murmurs, for more exciting stories and adventures. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Stay tuned for the next chapter in Isla's journey as she and her friends continue to explore the magical world, encounter new dangers and mysteries, and discover the true extent of their powers. Until then, keep the magic alive.